Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week we look at words and phrases used when looking at how we sail through canals, how they were built and the dangers they pose. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also stay until the end to test your knowledge by taking our quiz. Anyway, let's start with the first word. The first phrase this week is in these parts. Fantastic. So let's have a look at how we define this, as well as provide you with an example of how we can use this in a sentence. But first, let's look at how we pronounce in these parts. In these parts. And again, in these parts. Great. So now let's take a look at how we define in these parts. So this is when you are in a specific and unique location or area. That's interesting. So let's build upon this definition by looking at an example. When John was in the Scottish Highlands, he said, "I've never experienced nature as I'm experiencing in these parts." The second phrase is grand designs. So let's take a look at the example and the definition for grand designs. And now we can take a look at how we would pronounce the phrase grand designs. Grand designs. And again, grand designs. Excellent. So let's learn a little more about grand designs and have a look at the definition. This is when someone or a group of people have big and significant plans for something. Excellent. Now let's take a look at an example. Hundreds of years ago, architects had grand designs to build a canal in the Scottish Highlands to improve trade and create jobs. The next phrase in our canal lesson is navigating these waters. So let's delve into the definition and dive into an example. But firstly, let's analyze the pronunciation and how we would pronounce navigating these waters. Navigating these waters. And again, navigating these waters. Excellent. So now we've had a look at the pronunciation. Let's move on to the definition. This means that sailors can move along a route on their boat on water safely. Fantastic. So let's learn more by looking at an example containing navigating these waters. Claire took her little boat down the canal. She was able to navigate these waters safely thanks to many years of training. We are now onto the penultimate phrase, which is fraught with danger. So let's learn more regarding the definition and also an example which contains fraught with danger. But first, let's pronounce the phrase fraught with danger. Fraught with danger. And again, fraught with danger. Great. So now let's take a look at how we would define fraught with danger. This means that a task or area is filled with dangerous situations. That's interesting. So let's put this in context by looking at an example sentence. Before the canal was built, sailing around the Scottish seas were fraught with danger for traders. Our final phrase this week is storm battered coastline. And as ever, we'll take a look at the definition as well as an example sentence. But first, let's learn how to pronounce storm battered coastline. Storm battered coastline. Great. And let's try again. Storm battered coastline. Fantastic. So now let's take a look at how we would define storm battered coastline. A phrase which explains that storms are common along the coastline and their effects can be seen on the cliffs and beaches. Interesting. So let's learn more by looking into an example sentence. The storm-battered coastlines of Scotland are extremely dangerous for sailors. Now it's time to test your knowledge with our weekly quiz to see how much of today's lesson you can remember. We will ask you 3 questions on the vocabulary we have learned in this video. The first question is, what is a phrase meaning someone has ideas to build something? Would it be A, planned designs, B, grand designs, or C, large designs? And the correct answer for question 1 is B, grand designs. Question number 2. Which is the correct phrase? Is it A, fraught with danger, B, caught with danger, or C, naught with danger? And the correct answer for question 2 is A, fraught with danger. Question number 3. Which is the missing word? Storm, would it be A, mattered, B, clattered, or C, battered coastline? And the correct answer is C, storm, battered coastline. Let us know in the comments box below how you did in this week's quiz, and congratulations if you got all 3 questions correct. Thank you for joining us again today. If you have any questions about this video, or would like us to explain a term for you from any context, then please post your question in the comments box below. We are always happy to help. Don't forget to like our video to help us gain further viewers and to improve our channel, enabling you to enjoy a better experience. Why not press the subscribe button and bell notification icon so you never miss one of our future videos. Next week we will be looking at words and phrases related to the summer weather. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.